Welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. Today we have one of the very rare bottles from Glenglassaugh, a reopened distillery, which was quiet for a long time, for perhaps 30 years, more than 30 years. And this Glenglassaugh, with an age statement of 30 years on the label, 44.8 ABV, is one of the very last bottles from the time before the closing. There are other bottles on the shelves, a 26-year-old bottle with the same drop-shaped bottle with this heavy glass bottom and the metallic top on the cork. But they are not that sherry intense like this one. This is a collection of several casks, all Oloroso sherry butts. So there is an average of taste of the different casks in this bottle, and it was limited to 1,002 bottles. I got this bottle, no, I did not empty this bottle, I got it from the distributor of Glenglassaugh, and I'm thankful that I received this bottle, and I tasted it already, and I know why this bottle is close to empty. What's to say? Yeah, in the upcoming weeks there will be a new bottling of Glenglassaugh, no age statement on it, very smoky one called toffee. I will have a taste of this one, of course. Also stay tuned to Whisky.com and you will see what they produced. Now I will focus on the very old one, and it is signed by Billy Walker, the master distiller of Glenglassaugh. And this remembers me that Glenglassaugh was in former times part of the Highland distillers. Then it was mothballed in the Great Depression, 80, 81, 82, I don't remember the exact date. And then it was used as a storage, a warehousing facility for whiskies from Dufftown. William Grant and Son, with its Glenfiddich and Balvenie whiskies, put their casks in the warehouses. I was invited to have a look in those warehouses, very interesting to see. And then the distillery was sold to a Dutch investment group called Scant Group. They went into it, invested money, started production, and they kept it for, I think, 5 years, and then they sold it to a Russian investor. And from that time there are some bottlings which were finished with Krim casks on the peninsula of the Krim from Ukraine. Then in 2012 or 13, I don't know, I remember exactly, the distillery was sold to Intertrading, a South African beer company, which already owns Benriach and Glendronach. So happily, in the end, the distillery found its faith in this conglomerate of small and boutique whiskey distilleries. They know how to make whiskey, and what do they say? Glenglassaugh is a rare and enduring Highland malt that has been crafted by the elements, not by the men, and rediscovered for a lucky few. Yeah, there are many bottles out there, full of character and complexity. Glenglassaugh, 30 years old, has rich sherry aromas and hints of creamy fudge toffee and boiled sweets. 393 was the number of this bottle, so out of 1,002. A very heavy metal top on the cork. I should have changed hands. It was weird. Full of sherry, Oloroso sherry. And Oloroso sherry is one of my favorite. It's not too sweet like the Pedro Jimenez sherry, and it's not that dry as the Fino sherries are. Oloroso has just the fruitiness and a light sweetness which combines perfectly with whiskey. So we have dark fruits, sherry, a light fruitiness like peaches, mango, raisins, dark fruits. And there is a spiciness of the oak, of this Spanish oak. Very complex, very full, heavy. Sweet and mouth-watering, fruity, and orange. A very light bitterness of orange peel, like in marmalade, raisins, figs, and sherry and toffee from the cask, and a very, very light ingwer spiciness, but it will come from the oakiness, from the oak. The aftertaste is quite long, still there, and it's becoming milder, warmer, richer, and there's no ingwer spiciness left behind. Very rewarding. Wonderful. This bottle is expensive, well above $200, $300, and it's quite rare on the shelves. 1,000 bottles for the complete world, not more. So if you're lucky and find one of those bottles at your local dealer on the shelf, take it. This will be one of the very last old bottles from Glenglassaugh, from first fill Oloroso sherry butts. There are a few older ones, but they are typically finished, so they have a second maturation period put on top of the whiskey from reused casks. So this is one of the very few original matured single malt whiskies from Glenglassaugh. Thank you for watching Whisky.com, and stay tuned, there's more to come.